It's almost like Rocky. It's almost like Rocky.
He said, right.
Now,
All right, so we live.
He said, don't put them in there with any senior citizen.
these folks, they just giving a man anybody.
All right, we up in here now. We live.
We live.
All right.
Live.
So what you have to do? Press a button or something?
Yeah. I
Okay.
linked all my stuff and then we on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook.
Hey y'all.
Oh, we on everything.
Yeah, everything that stream y'all let you do.
Okay.
Okay, that was up.
I want to put it in some groups too, so just to go ahead and
So we're
put it
anticipating
on stuff.
the Floyd Mayweather fight against Logan Paul. And we just think that they're putting in a bunch of peons that's not giving him a run for his money. And I agree. Or it's just maybe they just don't want to fight. They just want a quick cash out, you know. Because
Yeah, that too.
I fight Floyd and get knocked out the first hit, and there we go. I got my money.
Yeah, you still get some. But other than that, they need to put him in. They need to put him in a ring with somebody that know how to fight, and stop
Agreed.
throwing them in there with people who ain't got no fighting skills, that ain't did no training. The only person he fought that did some training was the recent dude that he fought, but dude was out of shape. And not only was he out of shape,
You know,
he a UFC fighter. He was like a wrestler or
Conor
something like
McGregor.
that.
You mean Conor
No,
McGregor?
not Conor McGregor. I'm talking about the guy that Jake Paul just recently fought.
Hmm.
Jake
I mean
Paul,
not Jake Paul.
Logan
I say
Paul.
who that?
Yeah,
Who that
Logan.
is?
My
Oh, Nate
fault.
Robinson.
No, he just fought somebody else too. He didn't just fight Nate Robinson.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
he fought some other guy. So well, I ain't gonna say he unknown, but he ain't been in the ring for a minute, and he was out of shape. And not only that, he wasn't no he wasn't no striker. He was like a wrestler, like wrestler type. He was with the grappling. So that's how Floyd Mayweather beat up dude.
Hmm.
That's how Floyd Mayweather beat up, because if they both had fighting skills, who would have knew how the fight would have turned out then?
Yeah, well, we gonna see. We gonna see how it turn out. Y'all actually think Floyd gonna lose?
Mine no. Floyd finna beat
Me, I don't know.
Floyd
I
finna
think
beat this dude like a runaway slave.
I think it really comes down to how bad they want to beat him. Like I don't think any of them want to actually beat him. They just want to cash out. That's just my opinion.
Oh yeah, you
Cause don't
already
the
know.
money go up more every time the more KOs you get? I mean, like, isn't the jackpot larger?
Uh, I think so. I thought it was just kind of based off like value of how many people will watch. Kind of just that's kind of how they do it in wrestling. Like, can you put butts in the seat?
Okay.
And I know with boxing, that's one of those things that the greater, the more people want to see you get knocked on your ass. That sells.
And they're already betting money on it. So the underground world is booming.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It says, I'm reading this headline. It says Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul betting odds. Oh, don't nobody want to see that video. Betting odds and promo. Bet $20, win 200 on a Mayweather punch. That's where we at as far as underground betting is concerned.
So, look, brother Wolf. I don't know if he's still there, brother Wolf. I think he away. But Rita, I was gonna ask him, kind of like, what do you think? Like he says he don't, want to do monogamy right now.
Who don't want to do monogamy? Floyd Mayweather?
Nah, brother Wolf. I don't know. I don't know if he do.
Well, that's his prerogative. I mean, you can't get into a relationship unless you want to be in one.
That's right. Cause right now monogamy ain't working. Look at the divorce rates right now.
But you can't base your situation on everybody else's.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is monogamy ain't working. So a lot of people would say a lot of people who don't like who don't agree with polygamy, they say it won't work because they'll come up with a lot of reasons. But it's like okay, but your relationship with this one woman ain't working, or with this one man
Or
ain't
did you
working.
know?
So how can you say that about me having multiple wives or a woman having multiple men? N- so a lot of people do
So,
that. So
so do you believe that you can be content with just one person?
me,
You think it's possible?
I'm content with my one person. But hey, I don't knock nobody. I say what works for you is what
Yeah.
works for
If
you.
if I think if you are in a relationship with somebody and that's how they want to roll with you, that's between you and that person.
True. True. What do you think like how people are kind of put their relationships out in the public eye? Do you agree with that? Even if they're a public figure?
Well, the paparazzi is gonna be on your ass if you're a public figure anyway. So, I mean, they're gonna know when y'all fighting because they so nosy. Look, paparazzi is so nosy. They made Diana crash. Princess Diana crash. I mean, people be escaping. People be beating their behind because they want to. They sometimes they don't even let the celebrity eat dinner with their family at the restaurant. I mean, they're very invasive. So I think even if you stayed at home the entire time for your relationship, the paparazzi will find a way to get a camera in your window or something.
Pretty
So
much.
eventually, it's gonna be in the public eye. Y'all go to the beach together, go on vacation. Uh, they're gonna be there snapping pictures, even if y'all fight in public or argue or whatever. So I don't think it's for a public person. I don't think it's a way to avoid it. But as far as somebody like a regular person like you and I think it's not wise to put your relationship out in public. Like I have
Yeah.
a sibling that has a YouTube channel and they tape their relationship, you know, and I guess if your spouse agrees with it or your significant other.
I don't think nobody should put their business out in the public. That's your business. You know. And then when people and it's like this, all right, you put your business out there and then everybody give their opinion and you don't like all the opinions, now you mad. But you put
Oh,
your business
definitely.
out. So it's like I think people should keep their business where it's at in
But
their
you're gonna have
house.
a if you're trying to be polygamous, you're
Now
gonna
I'm gonna
have an
tell people,
issue.
I'm gonna tell people, mind your damn business.
They gonna
If you can come out here with your one wife, I'm pretty sure I can come out here with my two wives, man.
even the neighbors, because neighbors are nosy. They're
Yeah.
gonna be all in the window like, look at that.
I
Let me take
mean,
a picture.
if two men can sleep together and do that, and two women can do that, man, a man can have two wives, or three, or four, or
Okay.
five, or however. I mean, if
Now, do
if
you think
people
you
if people want to do unnatural things, if people can do unnatural things, I can do natural things, because naturally women are attracted to men who are attracted by multiple women anyways, and men like a lot of women.
I was gonna say some people might think that's unnatural though, brother Wolf,
What's that? What's
with having multiple wives or
But
multiple
like
people.
I just said, women women talk, okay, for example, okay, right now a lot of women won't talk to me, but as soon as I get a woman, here come all the women coming in my face. It's just like at work. Ain't no women don't talk to you until until they start seeing another woman around you. Then that's when they all start flocking around you,
now I agree with
trying
that
to
one.
talk to you. See, that's because naturally women like men that are attracted by other women, and men like multiple women. I like women. I like being around a lot of women. I like
Okay.
that. It's
Right.
cool to, like, I ain't. It's natural for a man to like women. That's why it's so many black people on the planet, because we was doing this at a point of time before we was kidnapped and brainwashed, and you got one wife now, nigga. Like, because they know that, okay, if I got three, four wives, and we all working, that's a
But
lot
that's
of
the
that's a lot of
thing.
income in the
That's the
house.
difference. That's the
Right.
difference. You can only have multiple wives if you're able to take care of them all. And if you look internationally in cultures that have multiple wives, that's one of the tenets. You have to be able to afford them.
Not
So
really,
you're
because
gonna have to get loans.
it's a lot of poor African countries with men with multiple wives. It's all about if we can
But are
take
they
care of each
poor?
other.
The
It's
country
all about
might
if
be
we can
poor, but
take care
are
of each
they
other.
poor?
It's not all about what this man can do for all these women. It's about what we can do for each other. And a lot of times I think that's what's wrong with women today. They want something for nothing.
Oh,
I'm just saying, because, okay, you want this man to have all of this stuff. And like, we ain't even married, but you want me to take care of your bills, take care of you. Like, we ain't
so
even
when did
married.
that?
Like, we not married yet. When you in the boyfriend girlfriend stage, that's the time for y'all to, like, take care of each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times I think people should, if you serious about each other, start putting some money together so y'all could help each other. And then if a baby come into play, that's when the woman should start being a stay-at-home mom. You see,
But
like,
I thought that that's what's supposed to happen when you do
but
commit to each other. You're supposed to help each other.
but
But
that
in the
ain't what it is
beginning,
today. That ain't what
well,
it is today.
I don't know how to I
Yeah.
put my portion in. I mean, I just don't take. But I think in the beginning, you have to be able to show that potential to be able to provide.
Yeah. Any man should be able to show
And
that.
women
Okay, that's
aren't
the same,
cheap.
but that's the
Women aren't
same
cheap
thing for
though.
a monogamous relationship. I don't think a person should get in a relationship unless they can take care of themselves first. How can I take care of
Of
myself
course.
and try to take care of you?
Oh, it's possible.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's most
Okay, well
definitely.
then it's possible in a polygamous relationship too.
Oh Lord.
It's just an extra woman. We both living in one house. All three of us living in one house. Both of us go get a job. All three of us go get a job.
But
Both of us pay the bills. All three of us pay the bills.
what
What's the
if,
difference? What's the difference?
what if your wife, both of your wives want to get other men?
Then they get the fuck out of my house and go get them some other men. What the hell? They can do what they want to do. They not slaves. If they want to go get them some other men, get your stuff.
But
Get
didn't you just say you believed in that though?
yes, and I believe a woman
Oh,
can have that, but not my woman.
oh,
I believe in polygamy. I don't condone
that is
and first
polygamy.
off, that's not polygamy. That's not the
Yes,
same
it
thing.
is. It's polygamy.
That's a whole different thing.
No, it ain't.
And
It's polygamy.
it's not polygamy. It's got its own
It's
different name.
one-sided polygamy. Your side polygamy.
Hey, well,
It's
some
not the
people
same
call
thing. They
all
call it a
dudes with a
different thing. It's not
yeah,
the
they
same
call it a
thing.
different thing.
They call it a different thing. Is it something like polygamy? Yes. And like I said, I don't care.
So what does it call
She can
then?
go do that, but I don't want my women to go and do that. I want my women to just want me. If
Oh,
they feel the fact that they want, if they say, you know what, if this nigga can have, if wait a minute, if they start thinking like, okay, I'm gonna go get me two men. Fuck this relationship. Okay, bye, go.
but what if they
Cool.
ain't saying screw this
No,
relationship? They
no,
just
no.
want.
I don't agree with that. So if I don't agree with it, then some agreement got to happen, and I'm not gonna keep going back and forward. So therefore, I just tell the woman you can leave and go be with them two men, but it's not gonna work.
Mm, mm, mm.
You want to know why it's not gonna work?
Selfish.
Because first off, naturally, we got to talk about men's nature.
Mm,
Men
mm.
naturally are men, like I just said, women are naturally attracted to men that are attracted by other women, right? Naturally, men are territorial. So two masculine men ain't finna be sitting here in one house with this one woman, sharing this one woman.
Well,
You gotta have a masculine man, and you gotta have somewhat feminine ish man,
And
or what they call a beta male. I don't use that because they use that kind of openly now. They kind of use it loosely. So like it's not gonna work.
yeah, because
so
naturally men are competitive too, naturally.
We competitive, so we gonna be competing for this woman, and eventually one of us is gonna say, you know what, fuck this. I'm finna go get my own woman. I'm a man, so I know how we gonna think. I know how we gonna think. I
but one thing that you said is I
I know
think
how
the
men gonna
rule
think.
maybe it's a lot of women that I do notice that if a man is with somebody that they try to flirt with them and try to see if they can snatch them and stuff like that. But
And
as
look at
far
this.
as
And
me, that
yeah,
is not how I feel personally. I don't
yeah.
want nobody else's fucking man. You know what I'm saying? I don't
But
want
a lot
nobody
of
else's man.
but
And
a lot of women
that's an
do.
insult on me. Like I gotta try to look at your dude. I can't get my own. I mean, like,
But you will have your own dude in a polygamous relationship because you having your own experience with this man. You not having what this woman having with this man.
well,
I may be a different man around you than I am around this woman. And it can work. It can work, but a woman trying to have two men is not gonna work because these two men gonna keep competing with each other. And it's either
you
gonna be
don't
a
think
lot of
women compete?
Yeah, that's
Shit,
what I
I
was just
got
mad.
relatives that compete with me.
yeah, yeah, but women can get over that jealousy easier than men
Okay.
though.
Women are lethal and deadly.
Women, if y'all compete, it's for the man to put his foot down and stop that. And as
Oh,
women,
Lord.
y'all have to respect that. If y'all can't respect this man enough to say, if y'all can't respect this man enough to stop competing with each other because he don't like it and is messing up the family, get the fuck out.
Look, somebody gonna end up dead.
Ain't nobody gonna end up dead because the man gonna stop
Somebody
it
gonna
before that happens. The man
poison
gotta stop it
Shanae
before
over
it happens.
here.
But that stuff is not happening though. It's not like it's a lot of polygamous people out here. They just
That's
in the
because
cut because of this type of like with a lot with what people think. It's just
I
like
think,
gay marriage. It's just like gay
but
people. They didn't want to
I
come
think
out
it
there
all
first.
comes down. I think in the end that what it all comes down to is somebody believing in whatever you believe. That you have to be in agreement with each other. It has to be okay with everybody involved. So if she is willing to share you, then that's her prerogative. She's
Hey,
making a conscious decision to do so.
people into
She's giving you
polygamy.
permission. Because
People
if
is in
she didn't
polygamy.
agree with it,
Everybody into
then
polygamy.
she would get to stepping.
Women into polygamy, they just don't want to admit it
Hey, and
because
Oh,
it's a lot of women that be out here sleeping with
oh
other
my
women
God.
men. So I mean,
I
if
was
they can
told
do
to
that,
say, you
if they
basically
can
Speak for
do
your
that,
girls.
a
no,
lot of
no, I'm not saying all women. I ain't saying all women. I said some women. It's some women. I said it's some women. It's some women. Listen to me. I said it's some women. It's some women that's out here that likes to sleep with other women men.
Of course, just like it's some black folks that like to snowboard and some of us don't. Some black folks like to um, bungee jump and some of us don't.
it just goes
Yeah.
to say it's like a lot of us, well, especially dealing in certain circles, you already in one, you just don't know it.
And like I said,
Maybe, but
if
they just
people
don't know.
if people can accept the fact if people can accept two men walking down the street holding hands and two women walking down the street holding hands
Then
and
they
all
can
that,
accept a woman with
they
three
can,
husbands.
yeah, they can, but it ain't gonna work because these niggas gonna be in public fighting each other. It's gonna get ghetto. Somebody really gonna get shot because ain't no coming men down because we don't want to hear that shit. This gonna be shut the fuck up woman and they gonna get it on. And it's gonna go left. And I keep trying. And the last female I was talking to, she said she wanted two dudes. And I told her right off top, go find that dude because I ain't with that. I'm not with
Oh,
it.
she was bold
I
enough
ain't
to just
with
tell
it.
you like that.
She ain't say it like that. She was just hinting at it. She was like, "Well, I want two men." And I was like, "It ain't gonna work." Cause men, like I said, men naturally they gonna naturally compete with each. They gonna naturally fight with each other, and
Because
eventually one of
I
the
look
men
at it
gonna
like
leave.
this: there's always somebody that's going to look better than whoever you with, dress better, got
And
more
that's
money, all of that.
yeah, of
You
course.
know what I'm saying?
But it's all
And
about how you treat a
I think
person.
we all go through this. I'm in a
It's
relationship, and I mean, I can't say that there's nobody that I've seen that attractive, and I can't say there's nobody that he hasn't seen as
that's
attractive.
human nature. That's you gonna
Right.
always see somebody
But
that you're
but I'm
attractive
not
to.
finna go out and
Mm-hmm. Of course.
get with these dudes.
Yeah, that's cool. But
And
some women can't control themselves and some men can't control themselves. So why, if you know you can't control yourself, well, now I'm not gonna say you can't control yourself. If you know that you like multiple women or you
then
like multiple
that's what you
men,
like.
why set yourself up into a relationship and hurt
I
somebody
agree.
else and
I
all this
agree
and
with
go
you.
through all this extra stuff when you can just get down with polygamy?
Well, I know it's groups for that and stuff like that. It's ways that you can hook up with who you have things in common with.
It's the
Just it's
original
not that
relationship
difficult.
of the black man and black woman. That's why it's so many of us. Cause we was
Oh,
doing some effing, man. And that's why we were so rich. Come on, man. That's why we
Yeah,
it's so many black people on the planet. I got 3, 4 wives and I'm
what you
impregnating
got to
all
say,
of them.
Courtney Savage? I'm
I was
sitting here
gonna say,
talking to a wall.
no, no, I was just gonna say, I was listening, and I'm kind of hearing, you got like, do you believe that whole the blacks are the first people?
Me? Are you talking
Yeah.
about me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do. And I mean,
So everybody came from us too. Like,
yeah, everybody came from us.
okay.
The sun tells you that these Mexicans can get out here and be white as snow one day and be out in that sun and be blacker than me and you sometimes. Only people that can't get that color is white folks. They
I just
turn red,
I don't subscribe to it fully. It's just one of those things. Like I know what everything else that comes along with it, and I
but
know
they teach
typically
this.
black.
They teach this in college. They
Hold on, my phone
this
is dying. Hold on.
this
Okay.
this stuff. And not only is it taught in college, you can see it in who we are the most inspirational people on the planet. Not only that, anything that you every the deeper they dig into the earth, the blacker statues get. So how is it that we not the first people on the planet, or it's just a theory?
hmm
We the most civilized people on the planet. That's why we so loving. That's why we can't get from under the spell of trying to get from being slaves, because we just so civilized, but they paint us into not being civilized. In every religious book, they tell you that they came to Africa to where Jesus go. Where did this white man go to learn? He went to Africa.
So since you say that, let me ask you, because I know you're referring to history. Historical blacks, which is okay. That's a fine theory. But what happened, in your opinion? Like, how did we fall so far down the mountain? Because that's where we are, to be honest.
I would say being too damn friendly, because
Like,
we taught people we civilized people who are naturally barbaric. So like, if you study white people, you look at white people, they real violent. Look at all these wars that go on all around the world. We ain't doing that. They how you think they beat us? Because while we was civilizing ourselves, trying to stop from fighting each other, trying to stop all these tribal wars, they was up there fighting each other, advancing their weapons, coming up with all these big swords and all of this. And while we just got spears and bows and just hunting tools and stuff, even though we gave them a good fight, and then they came back with the guns. So if we see we turn brutes into, it's just like the Hulk. At first he was just a big brute, can't control his anger, can't do nothing. Now he's smart.
yeah.
I I think
And they beat us, and we can't get over it. But we should get over it, and if we get over it, we can win again. But we don't want to.
Go ahead, Reed.
I feel that yes, we were too friendly, but I also felt that from that we did not have an open mind. We were so stuck on our way of life instead of uh I guess you could say reverse engineering to look at to kind of I guess jump into the mind state of the opposition, see how they was thinking, and I
You don't
think
want to do
that would
that.
have led us to develop some kind of improved technologies and weaponry. But as you can see, there's still some tribes that are still
Yep.
not advanced.
Yep. Still stuck in the Stone Age, and that's holding us back. We still being held back. That's crazy as hell. And we say stuff like that. We being held back, and you can look in Africa and see that black people is being held back.
And then if you look at us here, that's a different equation. But if
We
you look at
still
us
stuck in the
here, a
'60s.
lot of us are not
Nope.
uh, interested in STEM. You know, we're interested in graphic design and stuff like that. We're not thinking about trying to upgrade our military and
Nope. Because we Americans.
even there. I'm trying to
We
figure out why
Americans.
nobody in Africa has like any type of advanced weaponry.
Because
No,
they being
no,
held back.
Yeah, that's
no.
all.
They being held back, and not only that, they politicians is selling out. It's just like over here. It's
I
just like
agree.
over here. Politicians selling out, and they being held back. So not only do we have to worry about the white man, we got to worry about our own people, and that's what black people got to understand. It ain't just the white man out here. We selling out too. It's a lot of us out here selling out, and
Oh
you
hell
see it
yeah.
every day.
That's why I feel like the American black is real low. It's like you saying like Africa and stuff, but we got a lot of problems here.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we got a lot of
definitely.
problems.
A shit ton of problems, and we just got to get it together as a home base, like from where we at.
If we get if oh you can go.
No, I was gonna say because I don't feel like a lot of Africans really just mess with American blacks like that.
They do.
And I think
They
also
do.
what we have to
It just
do
just
is stop boxing ourselves in. Like we look upon each other kind of in a negative way when we think of outlandish stuff. Like I was happy to find that nerd group on Facebook or people that enjoy science and stuff like that. You know, but when you get around some folks, they look down or look at something wrong if you think outside of the box or have ideas that are outside of what they were raised to believe. Like we still believing in the Bible and Jesus, you know.
yeah.
And some
Again,
of us, that's all we live for. We're not trying to create our own paradise. What we're doing is waiting for it to fall from the sky.
Yeah, that's what I'm about. Creating your own, which is what we
and
just do not gotta
again,
handle love.
it goes back to we getting held back, man. Like we
No, we
getting
holding our own selves back.
Yeah, at what point? That's all I was
In
gonna say. Like,
'cause-
2021, it's
yeah,
time
that's what
to
I'm
take some
saying.
ownership.
We getting
It's time
held
to take
back.
some ownership.
Like I said, you, you can't just say we doing it because
What is stopping?
we ain't just the only ones doing this. We being played, and we don't want to act like we see that we getting played, because if we see that we getting played, we're gonna have to start taking accountability, and that's something that black people for some reason don't want to do, and that's accept that we've been fucking up. Like now we got Joe Biden in office, and black people don't want to admit we fucked up, but we want to keep acting like we did a good job. He doing something. He doing everything good. But the only thing he doing is fucking up the country.
oh, you got something out there saying, "Oh, we made a mistake," like straight up about Biden.
But
Well,
we
he's
don't want to
not
admit
really the
that though.
president. He's not really the president. It's Harris that's the president.
Yeah, cause I think
If
Joe
you really
Biden
look
gonna
at
die.
it.
He gonna die. Then we're gonna be stuck with. Oh my god! And she's not even black. And that's another thing. Black people gotta understand about biracial people, because that's what Kamala Harris is. Biracial people, they got a side to choose from. They either gonna pick. They either it all depends. Okay,
But
Kamala
that's human
Harris.
nature. If you
Kamala
look, oh, go ahead, because I'm good
Kamala
in
Harris' dad is a Jamaican, so they say. He's an Indian Jamaican. He's from India, but he's a darker Indian. Her mama is a lighter, whatever. Whatever. She identifies as an Indian. She don't identify as black, but black people only see skin color, and that's how we be playing ourselves politically, because we want to go based off skin color. And this woman don't even identify herself as black. Only time she identified as black is when she started running for office. But she was locking niggas up in California left and right and hiding evidence.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden was locking up niggas left and right in the 90s. And that was not too long ago. I guess this white man just had an epiphany overnight. Then you got George Bush hugging up all on. And niggas hate George Bush though, but man, whatever. We play too
Oh,
much.
oh,
That's
they
all I'm
hate
gonna say.
Trump surpassed Bush. They hate black hate at least.
I
Yeah,
guess
I
that's
believe that. I believe that, Courtney.
he ain't even do nothing to niggas.
He didn't do nothing,
He
and
didn't
black
do
He
people
didn't
nothing,
do
but
nothing.
the
had this hate
media
for this man.
made Trump into an enemy. And that's how gullible people is. They don't think outside of the box. Is they're so staunch in their stance. It's Christianity, it's Democrat, it's I'm not gonna try nothing different food. I'm not gonna do nothing out of my comfort zone.
They Bill Cosby Trump. That's basically
The
what they did.
propaganda was strong with Trump.
They just used the media against him, like they do everybody, like they do black people. But we believe in the media, but yet they demonize us all day, every day.
Oh yeah,
And
Negroes pick and choose what to believe. Whatever they want to be, it want to sound good to them. That's what we gonna roll with.
yeah,
If it
And
sounds
then
cause,
good to them,
all you gotta throw is race in there. That's
yeah,
automatically
cause it's so
a
sensitive.
thumbs down.
It's sensitive to us. It's like a it's like a newborn baby or something. It's so sensitive to us. I don't give a fuck about racism though. Like
yeah.
this, it don't hurt me.
So you don't feel the effects of it like people will have you believe.
No. Do I know it's racist people out here? Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course.
But hey, racist white man say something to me crazy, I'm gonna say something crazy back, and we gonna see what's gonna happen. That's how you stop racism. Instead of tucking your tail, turning the other cheek, getting your ass whooped and marching, just start whooping some ass. Just pull a 1992 LA ride one time and see how things change.
Mm, do it.
Just go around just socking everybody that ain't black and see, and people gonna stop fucking with black people. People gonna say, let's leave the niggas alone before they fuck around and do something to us.
I think that might get a lot of Negroes laid out before a
Man,
lot of
no,
things happen.
we gotta stop thinking like this. See, that's what keep us down. Oh man, we did a man,
I'm just saying do it with
Well, if
fuck
you
strategy
that.
at
get
least.
bullied,
Do it with
they're gonna the
strategy.
bullies. Go ahead, Courtney.
No, I was saying like do it with strategy at least.
Yes, you have to. I think if you get bullied and you
Man, the
allow
National
people
Guard
to
ain't gonna
bully
get here
you,
that fast.
I believe that they'll keep bullying you.
Yeah, you keep getting your ass whooped out here, they're gonna keep doing it. We pay taxes out here. So we're just gonna keep letting these folks whoop our ass. And not only let these folks whoop our ass, but let our kids in our own neighborhood whoop our ass when we pay taxes. We gonna continue to keep getting looked at as pussies in this country. Why you think they don't fuck with the Asians? Because they America knows if they fuck with the Asians, the China gonna be pissed, and China ain't gonna play that shit. They don't fuck with the Arabs, the people who blew up the Twin Towers, so called, they blew up the Twin Towers. Supposed to be America's number one. They can come to this country, be safe, don't get beat up, don't get shot in their own neighborhood by their own
And
people.
ain't nobody in a concentration camp.
Ain't nobody, and they people ain't getting locked up left and right because they were systematically set up by the system to be out here killing each other. They can come and set up shop in our neighborhoods, make millions of dollars off us. and live comfortably. But they blew up the twin towers, and we still at the bottom. So at some point we gotta get over that fear of, man, the white man gonna fuck us up if we just get crazy. Okay, and you would rather just keep getting your ass whooped every day, or would you just
Yeah, I definitely
stand
wouldn't
up
say. I wouldn't say
and
not do
try to
nothing.
do something,
I wouldn't say not do nothing. I would just say like
come up
very
with some
strategic.
solutions?
Like if you believe that if you got a sound plan, it doesn't help to just put one together before you do something just randomly. Random acts of violence, I don't know. But if you're structured somewhat,
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, like at some point, some type of random, some type of random act is gonna have to get America's attention to let these people know to leave us the fuck alone, cause we really don't want to be bothered no more. We don't want to be bothered with white folks, and we trying to tame these niggas in our neighborhood. We rarely want to do that. We rarely want to tame the niggas. We act like we scared of them. I don't understand why we act like we scared of them.
Exactly. I think that's the first step to having some respect from other people is
Right.
being able to control your community. Number
Yep.
or and even if you can't control your community, at
The white man
least,
did it.
well, I'm just talking about, like, say for instance, you can be poor and disenfranchised, but amongst yourselves, you don't have to behave that way.
No. But
You can create your own culture because Dearborn shows that they've done it every day. Chinatown in New York, they do it all the time, or it's Chinatowns all over this world,
man, right.
but
Yeah.
it shows that um,
Yeah.
we can have
Hmm.
some unity and have some kind of discipline amongst ourselves. When you can keep your community clean, when you can reduce the crime. I remember growing up on the east side, it was this one neighborhood, right? The east side of Detroit, there was a neighborhood that you couldn't mess with nobody in that hood. They used to have uh, Memorial Day parties, Fourth of July parties, and stuff like that. They were such a tight knit community that it was unified, et cetera, et cetera. Kind of self sufficient, if you ask me. But I think that showed a lot to me. I was very impressed.
But see, black people don't think like that no more. We they done beat they done America done beat all the independence out of black people.
Well,
We
I can
want
oh,
a
see why.
beg. We want
oh,
reparations and shit. I'm
did
not
they?
saying like all of us, but like the mass majority of us, we want. Well, first off, why would white people give us reparations for one? If they gave us
It ain't
reparations,
happening.
that would put us in the winning seat. That would put the white man at the bottom. Like, why would he do that to himself? We would never get there, so we would have to get it on our own. But like they had Memorial Day, they marching in Tuskegee, Oklahoma. We want reparations for Black Wall Street. Man, we could have been rebuilt Black Wall Street, but we
Oh
don't
yeah,
want to.
ten times over.
10 times over, but we don't. We could have been built all the Black Wall Streets that they destroyed. See, niggas just talk about one Black Wall Street, not knowing it was multiple.
Mm-hmm.
We only want to talk about one when they redlined at the other one and built a highway through that one. They don't want to talk about that one. We always want to talk about the one we could have been rebuilt. They just took Harlem for us. There was an all black neighborhood. They just took that neighborhood. We just letting these people come and take our neighborhoods away from us. Then we complain. Oh, they taking all our neighborhoods, but we keep the neighborhood dirty. We leaving each other in the street like dogs, dead, stinking. Like, but it's the white man though.
Do you
Like
think
we
do you think blacks in their neighborhoods make it that way though?
yep.
Because they don't have pride in their own neighborhoods. Stuff trash be
That's
all
No.
over,
no
run down
trash
houses,
everywhere. Nah, we
yeah,
don't take
killing each
no.
other, robbing each other, riddled with
And
crime.
you know what? Here, all I gotta do is go to a gas station. It's like bad people standing outside, hanging around the darn gas station.
Man, that's in Memphis.
And scrap
That's
like if
everywhere. We
a house is abandoned in the neighborhood. You know what they do? They go and scrap it. So not only can nobody can come by that house or wants to
oh
because
somebody will buy it.
they done
Somebody will
stripped it
buy it.
out.
No, there's somebody will buy that.
But we
But
talking
it ain't
about
gonna
a
be
poor
no. Ain't gonna
black
be nobody
person.
black. Ain't gonna be nobody black. Ain't gonna be nobody black. We keep treating our neighborhoods like this. The Chinese man gonna come by up our neighborhoods. The white man gonna
Arab.
come and they gonna Arabs. They gonna kick our ass out. They gonna raise the rent and kick us out. We already paying high rent as is in these fucked up neighborhoods. So they ain't gonna do it but raise it up. They did it in Harlem, putting all that fancy shit out there in Harlem. So what we gonna? We just gonna keep waiting until they gentrify all our neighborhoods and they throw us on the outskirts of the cities and shit. Where we doing the same thing? Like I guess I don't know. Sometimes I think niggas I think we like living like this.
Mm. Yeah,
We done
and
got
this,
comfortable.
Yeah, we like living like this. With this how we think it's supposed to be. Like we think we supposed to be running around here killing each other.
I mean, you definitely have folks getting government assistance and want to live in these same neighborhoods, don't want to get nothing and move on, move forward.
But see, that's the government. The government, and like I said, you can't just blame us. You gotta blame the white man too, because he's in the midst. He want lazy niggas. He complain. White people complain about lazy niggas, but they actually like lazy niggas because it keep them rich and keep us poor. You got some white people who don't like lazy niggas, who actually the Republicans. They don't like niggas living off the government. They want niggas to actually build up their neighborhoods and be like everybody else. But the Democrats want you to still be on welfare and Section 8 and all of that shit. Cause it keeps them rich. They give you the crumbs while they topping off the top. Keeping you and your children in fucked up mentalities and shit. And you raising these little kids to rob and you running all your doctors and lawyers and shit out of the neighborhoods and you wonder why people get money and leave the hood because look at the hood. Who want to live in a fucking war zone, bro?
Yeah. Oh man.
Don't nobody want to die trying to keep it real.
Number one, I don't want to walk down the street and have people grimming me and they don't even know me.
Well,
I'm a friendly, talkative type person. I don't want. I might spark up a conversation with somebody. I don't want them looking at me like, okay, you're a weakling because you're talking to me and you don't even know me.
but they go show you we fucked up in the head as black. We can't even say good morning to each other most
No,
of the time.
okay.
It just goes to show you we fucked up in the head.
Can't say good morning.
Can't even say good morning. It's just like on Undercover Brother when you said good morning to bro. Might say good morning. It said good morning. What you mean good morning? And just some shit like you can't even look a brother in the eyes no more. Fuck
Mm-mm.
you looking at nigga.
Or they gonna grim you.
What you looking at like damn bro. Do I really have to shoot you at the gas station right now because you want to be tough?
Shit on the
Oh,
job.
like, like, damn,
It
bro,
ain't even gotta be at the
chill.
gas station. It be on the job. Be like, good morning. And everybody look
At
at
the
you
job,
like,
like,
Hey, y'all
Get
know
your happy ass out of here.
manners be gone from niggas anyway. You go to your local fast food joint to find that out.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Motherfuckers had attitudes,
but
don't
but
have proper manners.
but look though, we don't complain about that until it's a black owned restaurant. Damn
And
niggas
they
don't.
act like
We
the
don't go in
ketchup.
Popeyes. We don't go in Popeyes and complain about this type of shit. We wait until the restaurant black and then we start complaining about the service.
I just seen some niggas turn the fuck up in Popeyes though.
Yeah, when they can't get their refund or they food ain't right. But as far as just downgrading just downgrading this, I ain't never going back. You see niggas at Popeyes all the time.
I feel like this. If I go to a restaurant and somebody is like a employee is disrespectful to a customer, I'm walking the fuck out because I know if you don't give a care about them, you definitely don't care about me.
Do you feel like there's a dynamic if there's a black place, like they have a right to treat you any kind of way because you black?
No, I just think
No,
they treat
they
everybody like that.
it's customer service.
I don't know.
It
I've
ain't
seen.
just towards black people; it's towards everybody.
Yeah,
I, I've seen motherfuckers have some manners when the white customer behind me. They'll treat me like shit. Then the white man step up. Oh, how you doing, sir? Welcome to such and such.
but that's just self hate. Just
I
come
haven't
on,
seen that.
cooning. I've seen well, yeah, I've seen that before.
That should be crazy though.
But I mean, that's just a lot of our people, bro. A lot of our people want to be white in they head, like that's just like a black man who go get him a white woman. Like I've seen that a lot on the road when I was driving. I try to say something to these
See,
dudes.
my
I try to
fiance is white.
I try to say something to these dudes, but they won't even say nothing back. Like it's
Yeah, like Rita, how is that? Like, have you been met with some stuff since your fiance is white?
I have not experienced anything, but he has, and he doesn't like it, and he speaks up and all this other stuff. So,
Okay, okay.
but his parents embrace me. I haven't had a bad experience with his family. When we go out together, I do see think that people don't understand what we're doing together. I've had somebody say something. This guy just was like inquisitive about the experience. Like, are you afraid to bring her home to your parents or something like that? So he was just inquisitive in that way, but he wasn't disrespectful. I haven't been disrespected.
I think when it comes to interracial relationship, I really don't give a damn about that. I mean, love who you want to love. Just don't forget your own. Don't be
I mean,
on no
I
funny
don't
no
look at
funny
black
shit.
men as the enemy. You know what I'm saying? If that's, I know, I think some people, once they date somebody of another culture, they look at their own like it's the enemy, or they start insulting and
Yeah, like you crossed over to some other side or something.
right, like you found the light. I mean, I don't feel that way,
Nah, I don't care. Also,
and he
also,
definitely doesn't feel that way.
also, you gotta have some integrity about yourself too when you interracial date too. Because
Oh, definitely.
I be seeing a lot of because man, it was a little wave of black dudes allowing a white woman to call them niggas and stuff.
Well, he has never used that word toward me or
So yeah, but
to
you'll
his
be
face.
amazed of how much that goes on in interracial dating.
Oh, I'm not shocked if it does happen.
It's like I don't care about interracial dating. I mean, interracial
I
dating
think
is
maybe those people didn't really believe in the person that they got with. Maybe they got with them for some kind of superficial reason, maybe.
people
Like
got.
you,
I mean,
That's most
you know,
motherfuckers in interracial relationships. So I feel like when you're in an interracial relationship and you highlight the person's race, like that's some trophy, you're not really into that relationship.
yeah.
yeah, trophy wives and trophy husbands and shit.
Anytime, because you got people like certain black women when they get white boys, they calling it a whole movement and swirl and stuff like that. But if that's who you with and you actually love them, it's like you could tell it's not that.
Yeah. Because it should be that is just natural and that's not the highlight of the relationship. Although I do believe that you have to, it's going to be differences in culture. So what you have to do is be open-minded and see where the culture is coming from, and have some kind of tolerance and open-mindedness about it.
All right, right.
But
Yeah.
you don't see a lot of that though, because a lot of times black people, when we interracial, when we date outside our race, we adapt more of the other race culture than anything. Just look
I
at
agree,
black
but we've
men.
been doing that anyway.
Look at black
When
men who
when
date
has black
Asian women.
but when
Like
has
we,
black culture ever been celebrated mainstream? Like it's a whole economic marketing around white culture. But you don't hear about a lot of Hispanic culture, black culture, Asian culture in this country. Um,
it's a white country.
yeah, so that's why. And I think that's why it's easy for us to adapt to their culture because we're already living it. We're
No,
probably born in it.
I'm saying we are when not just white people. We like if you look at black people who if you like look at a black man who dates a Asian woman, he'll start wearing a styling of clothing and all of that, and he'll just get lost into that. You know, like he'll just get sunken into that right there, and forget all his all the stuff that he used to wear before he got with this woman.
Well, we're supposed to evolve. And I think that when
Yeah, but then you aren't supposed to forget about yourself.
I don't think it's possible to forget about yourself. I just think what you see is the transformation is he's probably found something interesting about that he likes. I would imagine that if I was to experience a different experience and have to live amongst it, I would pretty sure find something positive that I like about it.
But I'm not gonna totally forget about my own culture.
Maybe, well, I mean, like, how can you forget about your black culture? Because,
Well, it's a lot of that going on.
like, for
You
example,
can't say how, and then you see it's going on.
you
That's what
can't.
the whole movie Get Out was about. Black men losing, forgetting about them, forgetting their own culture. You see a lot
Well,
of
I'm
black
pretty
men who
sure
date
he
outside
still
the
ate
race.
black cuisine. I'm pretty sure he still ate black cuisine, black whatever his religion was. He still probably practiced it.
No,
He still probably went around his family.
we do when we date outside our race, we adopt more of the
No,
person
we
we
don't.
dating culture. We do.
Maybe
And
because it's
then
different.
when people adapt to our culture, they get ghetto.
Yeah, yeah.
They get
Maybe
ghetto. Now
that's
tell
true.
me I'm lying. Yeah, they get
What
ghetto when they
part?
adapt our culture, but when we adapt to their culture, we get all proper and talk with proper English and wear
Learn
their
a different
clothing.
language. Lord forbid
That's
we
and
become
that's what I'm
black
talking
people.
about. We forget about ourselves, and then when we look at our own people, we just give them the stiff arm. Like I said, a black man could go date a white woman, and then I say something to him. This man won't even say nothing to me no more. He won't even.
Well,
He'll just
this is
look
the
at me,
thing. When I
and
s- when I get to know people that are not black, and I understand their, and I start learning about their culture, I think that it's so seasoned. You know what I'm saying? It's so beautiful. But I think it's because maybe that person didn't know about their own culture well enough to find the beauty in that. So maybe he never knew what black people culture was from Africa, because African American culture
who fault is that?
is kind of
His
bland.
fault.
It's kind of
His fault.
bland. It is his fault
Because if he can adapt to this
and
culture
his
and learn this
parents' fault
culture, yeah,
and
and
his
his parents'
parents'
fault.
fault.
So
It's
I
his
can I
parents'
can
fault
get that.
because he should have been nurtured to understand his history.
But my mom ain't teach me my
Maybe
history.
he could have learned the language. Black people forgot their religion. We became Christians. Black people lost their language. We learned English. Black people lost all of their traditions and we adopted them from other cultures. So basically, it's kind of bland.
Well, the
Unless
information
you
is out here,
start
so
going
it
back
ain't.
over to Africa and learning about
We
history of
ain't
the
gotta go to
continent
Africa.
that you came from.
We ain't gotta go to
Yes, you do. When I
we in
say go back to
2021.
Africa, when
You
I
can.
say go back to Africa, that means taking your mind back there. That means Googling the individual countries in Africa and learning about their tribes and their language, even possibly learning a language. What African
You
American
ain't gotta go to
do
Africa
you
to learn
know?
your roots.
I didn't say go to Africa. You're thinking I'm talking about getting on a plane, traveling somewhere? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
No, I just said your mind has to go back. You got to learn your language, number one, because under culture, you got language, you got religion, you got social practices amongst each other.
All that
We
just
don't
falls
even,
under
half of
history.
us don't even know how to be in a healthy relationship. And
Well,
women
That's
don't know
that's
how to
facts right
humble
there.
themselves sometimes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
but
So,
if
so
we
that's what I'm saying. African Americans kind of are void of knowledge of themselves. So that's
we
why they're
not,
able to get into, I said some of, well, I should have said some of us. We are don't have knowledge of self. If we did, we wouldn't be conducting ourselves the way we do.
and then we have to ask the question, who fault is it? Because it's 2020.
But right, but it's beyond that. So this is why when somebody that doesn't have knowledge of themselves go into another culture, they get that culture shock and maybe find some things that they like and maybe even adopt it because they don't think they have a culture. I think that's what happened. Maybe they find something interesting that they didn't find in their own selves.
So you
Cause
think
I know if I get with Nigerian or something like that, then I'm going to learn their language, maybe even get exposed to their religion,
yeah. That's just because you
eat
want to
their
be
food.
fully know the person you with and understand the person you with and where they came from. That's just
What
the
you say?
mindset for that.
But you ain't necessarily just gotta have all that knowledge, man. You just have what black people went through in this country to get a mind of self.
So I think that's why we get with somebody else from another culture and we kind of adopt it. Like
I don't think black people believe in much of having a legacy.
we don't believe in having a what?
A legacy?
How you gonna believe in a legacy that you ain't been taught about?
Right, that's what I mean. And not even just creating one. Like we could create something here. and like make
Yeah,
something worth to fight for. Make something that's in our own has prestige to us.
but we do got all that, so we just sell
No,
out.
we definitely not thinking about the kids, the black kids that's coming after us.
We
We
do
living
got
in a
we
moment.
have that stuff. We just sell that shit out. We had BET. We could have kept it, but we sold it out.
We living in a
Dr. Dre
moment.
had Beats. He sold that out. Rebuilding Black Wall Street, but instead we want somebody else to rebuild that for us. What else? It's a lot of stuff. We got legacy. We just don't want to
And
use it.
actually, I wouldn't even want a Black Wall Street built by anybody but black people.
But black people don't want that. We want stuff handed to us.
Yeah, definitely.
We want stuff handed to us, and that's why I keep saying Democrats keep us on that boat of wanting people to hand us
And
stuff.
we
We talk
and I
all that, go get the bag, and I'm an independent, I'm a boss bitch, and I'm a real
exactly.
nigga, I'm that nigga. I got all this motherfucking cash, but nigga, you ain't you talking all this big cash money, but what would you really have to show for it other than a chain, a car,
Here
just to flex on the next black person?
here in Detroit, we have been complaining about the lack of schools and how they're shutting all the schools down. You know what I'm saying?
You got all these damn black millionaires around here, and they can't
Right.
invest in a school.
But you mean to tell me these all these business owners can't get together or pool their resources to open schools? We did it before.
Black folks don't. We want stuff handed to us. Even our celebrities be begging for stuff. Come on, man.
You said they be begging,
They
begging
be
them.
begging. They be begging. We need reparations, nigga. You can reparate us. What are you talking about? Man, we play too much.
Create jobs and some more shit.
Create jobs and all that,
All that
bro.
can be forms of reparations.
All these niggas got to do is come up with some type of union where these niggas just get together and put some money together. Start with one city. Pick a city.
Yeah.
Pick a city and go in that city and take over. But
And then you got all the millionaires. What they do is they like to build these schools overseas. Like she opened up two schools in
and
South
that
Africa.
right, like motherfucker. Okay, what about over here though? You built a school where kids ain't even got fucking books. At least we got books over here, and as fucked up as that is to say,
Well,
but
Detroit, let me tell you about the Detroit public school system. The Detroit public school system has been decimated to the point that they have a list. When their kids
oh,
go to
I heard
school, they
about
have a
y'all school
list.
system. Ooh,
And
y'all
and you know
kids.
what? It's
Fuck.
breeding this stupidity because these parents aren't schooling the kids at home, so they're
Nope.
depending on the government to educate their kids, right? So now you got these idiots walking around. I'll call them zombies,
Hmm.
and they basically
Hmm.
self-destructing. The neighborhoods are falling apart because people don't take accountability and clean their own shit up.
And that's all
Schools,
zombies is. Mental
yeah,
ill people.
mentally ill with behavioral problems.
Yeah, that's all zombies is. And we ain't even, and while we all sitting around here worried about COVID, we need to be worried about the mental illness situation that's going on up in the country, because a lot of kids is becoming more and more and more with autism, but we ain't paying
And
attention to that.
they don't have good coping strategies because everybody's going around shooting up, doing these mass shootings
I think
because
that
they
should be
mad,
staged.
because they was being bullied and made fun of.
I don't know. To the
People
point
been
I'm
made
starting to
fun
think that shit
of
being staged.
forever and ever, but not one time did you have these mass shootings like it is today. What we used to do is say, fight it out. Back in the day,
Yeah.
just fight it out, not kill everybody.
Absolutely. That was back in the day on.
and and there was things for them to do. Like they had a bunch of rec centers in the parks and stuff like that. We wasn't in the house playing video games,
Well,
you know.
niggas tore it up. Can't just blame
Yeah.
the white man for that. We tore it up.
Oh, I ain't even
Everything,
blaming no. I'm not blaming nobody's color. I'm blaming black folks. So
everything
yeah, that's
gone.
who I'm blaming.
Memphis ain't got none because we tore it up.
We
Throw
tore
it
it
up,
up.
shot it up. Every time we get something, you got niggas coming back somewhere shooting up stuff, and not enough people hold that accountable, like others accountable for that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like I don't think that's talked about enough. That truly bothers me when we get something, especially something for some kids, where kids can do, and you
Right.
get niggas in there acting stupid, shooting up some shit, fighting.
Yeah.
That's just the
Man,
most irritating thing to me.
we shooting up CC's around this motherfucker, man.
I was saying, CC's pizza.
We shooting up to
Wow.
CC's where the babies play at, man. And we think that's cool. We be thinking that shit cool.
You really do. They think
And
it's
so
cool.
what happens is people on the outside get to see where they can't even live amongst each other. So
Exactly. That's where I come from. I be like, and people worry, people
We worry about
say
the
you should want to
police.
leave. Yeah, you want to live around your own, but you get treated like shit around your own.
Right. You gotta go to the damn store with a gun.
Right. In
Just in
your
case a
own
nigga won't
neighborhood,
in your
around your
own
own people.
neighborhood, around your own people, just in case a nigga won't fuck with you. Like, what way is that to live, bro? The white
yeah.
man don't you the we white people, you know what, white people ain't got so much shit to do that they killing each other over throwing snow in each other grass, and I mean in yard, and throwing grass. We killing each other over we for mine. You can't even just explain some of the shit that we killing each other over. Like, you don't even we don't even know.
Yo, let me ask you something. Well, like you once said, you believe if everybody was high, there would be no violence. You still think that?
Man, it all depends on what you getting high of, because these pills and shit that these niggas on is making them emotional. That and see, pills make you emotional. I know secondhand, I know firsthand, because when I got my wisdom teeth pulled and they gave me some codeine pills, that shit was making me emotional. And when I was going to Craigmont, a lot of niggas was taking pills and shit, and I've actually seen niggas actually just sit there and just break down and cry for no fucking reason, talking about they brother and shit. I'm like, damn, nigga, what? Nigga, we sitting here in art class drawing and you just busting out crying.
I just
Fucked up on them pills, nigga. Like, I seen niggas crunch up pills, go behind the bleachers and put them bitches up they nose.
Wait a minute, but you also people don't understand that these medications alter brain chemistry.
Yeah,
They're what they call psychedelics for a
psychedelics.
reason.
Yeah, but see, they see, but what we messing up is we want to take the pill form of psychedelics, where they going in these labs and enhancing stuff. That's just like spice. Spice ain't nothing but hyped up weed, and it just make people whack out. Like, that's all. Like that's all the government wanted to do, was to use drugs to mind control people. It's all about the mind, and that's why they mentally
Man
fucking
is a
people up.
terrible thing to waste.
And that's why they mentally fucking people up, because they know that if we can make a lot of people handicapped, it's just less people we got to worry about.
And some of that stuff does damage because people
Yeah,
have other health problems.
yeah,
So they're already taking that medication. Then they mix it with this other bullshit they're taking.
yeah. Rappers rap about
And,
that all the
and,
time.
and it could cause brain damage.
I'm
Those
on
neurotransmitters are very sensitive.
them niggas be saying I'm on two different drugs. All right,
yeah.
nigga. All right, brother. All right, yeah.
On that note, I'm gonna go get me a drink.
And that's why all the and that's why when they become rappers, that weird shit be happening to them, and then
Yeah, I know like you was directing it like at weed. And I was like, I've seen niggas high off weed and they fight. Like they niggas will find a reason to fight.
Yeah, like yeah, people will use weed to do stupid shit too. But it's all about the person though. Like some people smoke cocaine. I mean, some people smoke cocaine and be cool. Some people smoke cocaine and be want to beat up every fucking body and just want to do stuff. So I mean, it affects everybody differently. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I mean, it's all about your mentality. I wouldn't say go do a lot of cocaine because it'll fuck up your brain.
Boy, you got them folks in Hollywood, boy, they'll snort a line in front of you.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people in Hollywood on cocaine
Well, I
because
see
of the shit that they be seeing.
a vast majority, if you
They
ask me.
gotta they want to forget the shit that they done seen and did.
Shit,
Listen to these rappers be telling the truth. They don't need drugs because they be wanting to forget shit.
shit, everybody who come close to them Hollywood, whoever go to them little parties and whatever, they always come with a story of some crazy shit they done seen.
Yeah, that's why they got Cat Williams. That's why they got people running around thinking Cat Williams crazy because he keep running around telling the truth and shit. They gonna have people thinking we crazy.
A lot of folks, shit, they
Like
come,
these niggas
come
crazy.
right.
These niggas crazy. They gonna Bill Cosby us when we get big. And it's gonna be like, damn.
Yeah, yeah. When it's all said and done, I guess.
But I mean, hey,
But I just say, like I say, I don't know if they're the end violence. I just say niggas will find a reason to fight.
unless you give them something to do. Right now, everybody think it's cool to be a gangster because that's what's being portrayed. That's cool.
So what you think some of the misrepresentations of weed heads are? Cause me personally, I feel as though weed is a drug like any other.
Well, it's a stereo. It's they say it make people lazy. They say it alters the brain and all this shit when it don't.
You think it don't?
No, so a lot of people out here who smoke weed and still can function.
Hmm.
I can smoke 4, 5 blunts and go to work and function right. I can't drink 4 bottles of liquor and go to work and try to function.
But you
Well,
might be
I
one
can't
person.
function.
But you know, you
I
see
can't
other
function
people.
off weed like that.
That because you probably don't smoke it every day.
Well, I
You
used
have
to.
to you have to build your tolerances up before you can go and do these things. Like and another thing, it's different kinds of plants of weed. Like you got weed like for example, if you got a person who is sleep apnea or however you say that shit, they have weed for that. It's called a sativa plant and it gives you a boost.
Yeah, but do you think it's misused? Because like
Is
everybody
it nope.
don't have the same effect though. Like you may
Nope.
have when you smoke. Because I've seen a lot of people just get unproductive. They get lame as hell. They do
I
the
Yeah.
get
same shit,
lazy.
but yet they smoke the shit all day long, every day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lazy, and it makes, and some of it alters your brain. Like after you smoke it so much, like if you abuse it too much, you start thinking people are malicious and stuff like that. And you start, well, that's what I see in some people. You say a simple sentence to them and well, what you mean? Like I was very
That's just their person
straightforward.
in general.
Yeah, but you see folks that smoke weed and they have the same tendencies that anybody else that do any other drug does. They'll spend all their money to get some weed,
Yep.
sell whatever little bit
Happened
they
to
can to
me.
get a bag.
But that's
Happened.
because they can't control their habit. That's what anything. That's just like women with money. If a woman like to go shopping and she don't know how to manage her money, she has a shopping habit. Everybody has a habit.
But that means you have to correct something,
All right,
right?
then you gotta correct some.
That
So
means you either gotta
if this weed smoker is
stop
just sitting here
smoking
smoking
or
all
stop
day,
shopping.
if this weed smoker is just sitting here smoking weed, that's just like me when I was working at Nike. I was just sitting there smoking all day, spending all my money on weed. I had to realize that I can't keep doing this shit because I'm always broke. Eventually, you're gonna have to talk to yourself, and that's what people don't do. People don't self check themselves a lot nowadays. That's what you gotta do.
Amen to that.
Yeah, because that's
I
crazy.
smoke
Because
weed and self check myself.
All right.
It's crazy because you would find somebody who has no job who stay broke, but they stay with weed. That should
To
be
stay with some
insane.
weed, huh?
Stay
How?
with some weed.
I,
How the
I
fuck
don't
you
know
getting this
how, bro.
weed and you broke?
I don't know how that happens, bro. I don't know. I was never that type of person. Yeah, only way I could come up with some money, only way I could is by asking somebody. That's the only way I know. Let me hold $10.
Well, I guess that's how some of the ways, because that should be boggling my. I'd be like, wow, how do you have this weed
You ain't got no job. I
and
mean, but that's with
you
any
broke?
drug, though. I mean, that's with
Like you
anything,
need,
though, man.
like you need some furniture in your house while you buying all this damn weed.
That's like
You know,
niggas with designer clothes on, but they be walking in the hot sun and ain't got no car.
Right.
right?
And hey, they like I say, the same tendencies with any other drug addict. Because you'll tell them this: hey, you see
Yep.
somebody that smoke weed, quit right now. Go cold
Yep.
turkey for like 2 weeks, and they can't.
Yep.
I mean, some people can't. Some people can. I can stop smoking weed. I just don't
But do
want to.
you understand? Do you understand that every drug that's out here that somebody do, they all say the same thing. Oh, I can cut down and I can stop and all this, and they never do it.
Right? You tell them, well, stop, prove it. They
I
can't.
can. It's like cigarettes. I stopped smoking cigarettes when I was on the road. I was smoking a whole pack of cigarettes. Just riding down the fucking road because that was the only thing keeping me up. I get off the road, I stop smoking them. I can't stand a fucking cigarette. If I want to stop smoking weed, I can because I mean it's all about the mind. If your mind ain't strong enough to get off whatever it is you want, you shouldn't be doing it. You probably need some help. But if you can
Hmm.
stop, if you got enough self control. That's what it's all about, self control. If you can
Let me
self
tell you,
control, if you can stop yourself from abusing whatever it is you're doing, then you good.
the stigma is so jacked up on weed. Like you can go to a rehab and tell them you are addicted to weed, and they'll look at you and laugh like,
Because it's
"What the
not
hell is you here?"
addictive. It's
It
not
is.
addictive. It's
It's
not.
people that
It's just
can't
It's
people.
smoke
kind. You have
without.
to say it is.
It is.
It's just people just don't want to stop smoking because a lot of people around
That's
here.
why.
Because you got to think it's a lot of people around here that's got a lot in their mind, and that's the only thing
That's
that's
why
keeping
people
them
do
from
drugs.
snapping out.
Period.
No,
That's
a
why
lot of people
people
do
do
drugs
drugs.
because they
It's
can't
self
stop because
medication.
they addicted. No, if you smoke crack, you can't. You gotta go to rehab for. You gotta go to. If you shoot heroin, you have to go to special places for that. With weed, you can just stop if you want to. But a lot of people, if you talk to a lot of weed smokers, they'll tell you right now, man, if I don't smoke a blunt, bro, I'm gonna spaz the fuck out in this motherfucker. Or if a person get mad and they smoke weed, they say, man, roll a blunt before I get mad. People who smoke crack, they smoking crack because they fiending. You don't, ain't nobody
Well,
fiending for no blunt because they just fiending. It's because they going through some, and right now they just need something to ease it. It's just like liquor, but sometimes
But
people abuse liquor too.
I
don't.
have friends that stopped. And do you know they was on 10 doing withdrawal periods? You have to get that shit out of your system
Yeah, but
and
it's not
learn
like
how to
but it's
cope.
not like crack or nothing like that. Oh, you'll catch a headache here and there trying to stop smoking weed. You may not sleep for a day or two. It'll probably be hard, but other than that, it ain't like you going through withdrawals and you, oh my god, you
That's
I know
busting out in
somebody that
sweats and
did.
shit, and if they doing all that, that's because they smoking. It's because they doing something else other than weed.
I.
Oh
I've
God.
never I've smoked pounds. I, my cousin can tell you I've been so high to the point where I just be staring at the TV and just be looking, not even looking at the shit, just be
Hey,
staring at it. But
I
yet
me
I
too.
just stopped smoking, and not and it won't. Only thing what happened to me is I can't. I sleep. I probably can't sleep for a day or two. My sleeping will be off for a
mhm.
day or two. I might want to. I probably get the urge to smoke, but like I said, you
but
gotta have a strong mindset. You gotta want to stop.
Wolf, check this out. What you said though. If you listen to what you just said, you almost said like people develop a dependency to weed because you can't cope with something when something gets stressful. When you go foul but blunt,
Yeah,
just
man.
like
Some
any
people
cigarette
need.
smoker.
Yeah, you need something to ease your mind.
But you kind of saying they can't cope with life.
I mean, can you really cope with life with just sitting there saying, you know what? I'm gonna just deal with it. Hell
No,
no,
Hell
cause
no,
that shit.
I go get
You
me a
got
drink.
you. Some people go
right.
for every time somebody get mad. Some people go for a fucking walk to clear
Yep.
their
I was
mind.
off in the say, go
Uh,
for a walk, then get on the
you know
game or
what I'm saying?
something
Like,
out
but
there.
He
some
said,
people,
get on the
but
game.
everybody got
Something.
their different ways of. But like, but with weed, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got some people that's game freaks, and you'll tell them stop playing the game, and I can't, like I want to play the game, like like it's.
I think
I
life is
mean,
full of addictions. I mean, that
yeah,
may
life
be
is
It
full
something.
of
is.
addictions, so I
But we're
mean,
just I think what I'm trying to say is that it is just like any other drug, in my opinion.
Yeah,
nah, I don't
it
think it's like
is.
any other
It is.
drug.
It's addictive. It's addictive.
Cause
It's a drug.
we don't have you out here with a whole motor on your back trying to sell that motherfucker.
That ain't the effects,
That's
but
the
it'll have
only
you sleeping
difference.
all goddamn day and eat up everything got the refrigerator.
But that's if you smoke that type of plant. If you don't, if you smoke a sativa plant, it'll have you up around this motherfucker cleaning up the house, doing shit. Just
Wait
want
a
to do
minute.
something.
No,
Just want
see,
to do something.
look,
I'm telling
I
you,
have
it's
come to people with regular weed, and they'll be like, I don't want that shit.
don't nobody want no
Want the
bullshit.
strong shit. It's
They want
gotta
some.
be
It
no,
gotta be
cause
strong,
no, cause the strong shit.
man.
If it's a bad strain, then you'll be up here paranoid and all types of stuff.
No,
Just like you said, you
that
have to
just
have the
mean you didn't
right
overdid it.
strains.
That just mean you overdid it, and you
No,
shouldn't have overdid it. Because when you overdo it, you get paranoid. There's like people who eat edibles for the first time. They'll eat a whole edible, not knowing you're only supposed to eat a little bit of it. But some
how
people
about
just took
telling
a whole
somebody?
motherfucking, and then they get whacking out and shit. Like, oh my god, they watching us, and like it's you. I've done myself like that before. It's been times where I took smoke breaks, and then I'm like, man, if I did blunt up, and I try to face the whole blunt, and that whole experience would just be bad because I'm paranoid. But I done it so much to the point where I'm used to it, to where I'll be paranoid and be like, man, fuck that shit. I don't even care. If motherfucker come up here and do something to us, I'm high, so I'm good. At least I'm high.
Look, it's people that can't pass a drug screen to get a job, and they ain't got no job and need one.
But that's I mean that's fucked up because the government in our business. So you gonna blame the person or should you blame the government?
What?
Should you blame the person for doing something at their house or should you blame the government for being up in my business and I
No,
can't get a job?
I'm talking about a drug being so addictive that you can't stop to get your money right. It's fucking with your money.
Right. Yeah, for
How?
some,
How is that?
because they make you a
It's a
Because
criminal.
lot of it's a lot of weed smokers with jobs.
that's because they job don't give a shit,
Right.
No,
or they
it's because
fudge their piss.
every weed smoker know how to get a job.
Right, but
You
I'm
got
just
people that shoot
saying.
up heroin that's working at the fucking
But I'm
Wendy's
saying, if
and
you
all of
just want to
that
be, if you don't want to like cheat and use urine, and say you just had to stop cold turkey, it's people that can't do that.
because they don't want to. Why should I stop?
Exactly, but why
Why should
wouldn't you
I
want?
stop doing what I like to do in the privacy of my own damn home, just to go get a job? That's fucked up in itself. That's fucked up in itself. It's fucked up in itself that I gotta. That's just like, oh, if let's say they stop. All right, let's say they start putting liquor on the goddamn drug screen. Then what? It's a lot of motherfuckers that ain't gonna pass that because it's a lot of people that can't stop drinking, and it's a
That
lot of
doesn't
motherfucking.
mean that it's not a drug, though.
Ralph is like, I believe it's targeted, but
It's
yeah,
targeted. Weed is targeted because why it take 30 days to get out your system. Cocaine only take 2 days. Heroin only take about 5 days. It's easy for these real drug fiends to. Why is weed so targeted? That's what we should be asking. Why is weed so targeted that everybody got this stigma that weed is just this bad drug? When you can grow, it's a medicine you can grow in your own damn backyard where you don't even need no pharmacy to go get these pills that we were
I
just talking
agree.
about.
But I
Yeah, that's
agree with
facts.
you on that one,
Yeah,
All
yeah,
on
right
those
then.
points.
I
that's
can
real.
abuse
But
a
it's
plant
still a
that won't
drug.
even kill
It's
me.
still a
It ain't.
drug, though.
Yeah, it's a drug
It's
because
a natural drug.
the word drug is a Dutch word and it means to dry plant, and weed is a plant.
All right, all right.
Okay.
I'm finna look that up.
Yeah, look up the origin, look up the word drug and look up the origin. It's a Dutch word and it means to dry plant. Most of these pills that they get, they abstract the chemicals from plants. A psychedelic. Okay, weed is a psychedelic. Shrooms is a psychedelic. The white man is just abstracting all the chemicals, putting it in a pill form, and hyping it up, mixing it up with other shit, and giving it to people, thinking he can play God by making a pill and saying, "Look, I created this pill. Here, nigga, take it." And you take it, and it fix one thing and fuck up another thing. That's why they like I said, weed. You have weed that gives you ups and downs. You got pills that gives you ups and downs. How you think they do that?
I feel you.
By using the plant and making it into a pill and hyping it up.
I just
That's
feel weed smokers have some of the same tendencies as other drug addicts with other
Yeah,
drugs.
some do. Not all though. And see that's the thing. We can't look at it's cokeheads out here that be on their business. Look at people in Hollywood. They do coke and be on their business all the time. They may stumble, but they won't lose though.
They still addicts.
Yeah, okay, and but they are addict with money.
Dang.
Oh Lord. See,
That's the
now
only
we're
thing.
going into
Well, they are
what
addict with money. I'd rather be an addict with money than being some fucking bum that can't control itself. I don't care about. I'm a weed smoker, and I know it's just like okay, it's I'm a black man, and I know it's bad black men out here. Does that make me a bad black man? Nope. I ain't worried about them niggas. Just like it's bad black women out here. I
Okay.
wouldn't worry about them at first until they start getting into a nigga lane.
until they said, I don't want to be polygamous.
No, no, not that. I don't care if a woman don't want to do that. She got every right to not want to do that. I don't try to control no woman, but you must respect what I like, what I want, because I'm gonna respect what you want.
Could you elaborate about when you said that women wanted to get in your lane and didn't want to stay in their lane?
In other words, women want to be men.
Okay.
Okay.
Women want to be. I want equality, but then you holler equality, but then when it's time to do this equality stuff, you don't want to do it. The
I agree.
man's supposed to be the head of the household. But then when I try to put this 50-50 deal on you, no, the man's supposed to lead. The man's supposed to lead.
Yep.
Oh, now the man's supposed to lead. Well, get back in your fucking lane and nurture our children like you supposed to do. You do your job and I do my job.
All
If
right now.
not, if not, share these motherfucking bills and be quiet. Because
Well,
but see, we don't got enough men that talk like that though. There's a lot of yes men out here, and I don't like that. I like my mama hood.
they
Oh
don't
my god,
want to
let me shut
anger
up.
the women. They don't want to
Fuck that.
anger us.
Who is she? And see, and that's a problem. A lot of these women got leverage over men. For example,
That's right. We are powerful, baby.
I've seen a lot of women that say I would use a man felony against him. If a man break my heart,
What?
I would call the police on him. and
Oh,
and and
hell.
like it's women out here like that. You got a lot of men out here staying with women. I would never stay. I stay with my mama before I stay with a woman.
You staying with a woman?
I'm talking about
Right.
my mama ain't gonna be quick to kick me out like a female. A
Oh
female will
yeah,
kick me out over any little thing. Oh,
yeah.
you ain't gonna give me no dick tonight, nigga? Get out. Dang, for real? Dang. Okay. Now I gotta get out. Now where I'm gonna go? Now I'm out on the streets like a fucking bum. So I'd rather stay with my mama until I get my own shit or my dad, and I'm gonna thug it out with them.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's your people's for that's for sure.
But see, niggas got too much pride. They don't want to stay with mama. Cause I speak my mind to my mama. That's why my mama respect me. Cause she know I'm gonna speak my mind. That's what we gotta start doing. We love our mamas, but we gotta start speaking up to our mamas too, though.
That'll
You know what I'm
get you
saying?
labeled an asshole.
I'd rather be an asshole and my mama respect me and give me a key to the house than tell me I got a curfew, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if your mama see that you a man and you on your shit, she'll say, "Hey son, go get you a key made." Versus, "Hey nigga, don't be coming in my house at no 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and you a 25-year-old grown ass man."
Cause
So I
she know
mean,
you're responsible and you are a
that's what I'm
leader.
saying. So you gotta show mama that you on your shit. Can't be out here sleeping with these women and then you getting put on Facebook Live saying, "Yeah, look at this no good ass nigga getting up at my shit." That's degradeful, man. Black men has been taking hella L's for a long time, and we gotta stop.
Oh yeah.
We gotta stop,
Okay.
bro.
All
We
right.
gotta stop.
Mhm.
I agree.
So y'all guys, y'all want to cut it right there?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
because
we
we
can,
did
man.
an hour and 36 minutes.
Oh
I
yeah.
know, right?
All right. We gonna come back, set another one back up. This the test stream. I
Okay.
think it was pretty good. Pretty good, y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. For it to be off the head.
I know, right? Just off the top. Though I was telling folks, hey, this is just random right now. We just flowing.
Yeah, we just flowed. That was a good flow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for it just to be random, cause
Well,
we
we
ain't
gonna
really
have.
had shit to talk about.
Oh yeah. When we get everybody else in here too, we gonna be a little bit more organized. So
Yeah.
a little structured with some topics. All right, let's go to this topic.
Right.
But
Yeah.
all right, y'all.
So that means it's got to be an outline by the moderator.
I got it.
All right.
All right, y'all. We gonna end it right there.
All
All
right.
right,
Thanks,
shit.
Courtney.
See you
And it
later.
was nice arguing with you, Brother Wolf.
It was nice. And we weren't arguing.
We,
We was having a conversation that
A
black
oh
people
yeah.
should be
passionate
having.
Oh
conversation.
yeah. I
Yeah,
find
we
it.
haven't. Yeah, we having conversations black people need to be having.
We
We
gonna
Yeah.
try to have that shit in the comment section, but we tend to not. I don't know. It seems like the comment section don't be working.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like we be like wild dogs in the comment section and shit.
Oh
Well,
yeah. Yeah, yeah. All
All
righty
right.
then. Let's cut it.
I holla at y'all.
We
Thanks.
out.
all
Okay,
right,
bye.
all right, man.